Hey Venus, how are you? So I broadcasted this live stream 30 minutes ago and I said I was only going to be open for an hour. So no free lists tonight. And now that we're live, I'm only going to do an additional 30 minutes. I tried to announce that I was going live soon so that way you guys will have ample time to get donations in. But it doesn't look like anything has come through yet. I could be mistaken, but if you donate, let me know. Otherwise, we're just gonna chill here and hang out for another 30 minutes and see what happens. And if for whatever reason it's just not a night to do readings, and that's cool too. I'll be back tomorrow. We just had a really full, eventful day today, and yeah, so I didn't get a chance to come on till now. So hopefully you guys are doing good tonight. Vetus, I hope you're feeling better. And we'll definitely have to chat tomorrow about your reading as well that you want. Let me know if you want one on camera, if you're okay with audio. But you get me for 45 minutes, so we'll see tomorrow how that works for you. Hello to those of you joining. If you can do me a favor and like this stream, that would be great. Also, I'm not doing free lists tonight. Hey, Ajaz. Oh, you like the music? Oh, I didn't even realize I picked a different song. Well, I'm glad you like it. Oh, that's so funny. Let me hear what song it is. Hold on. I don't even know what song I'm playing. Oh, it's like a rock song. This is the song I'm actually playing. Oh, that's so funny. I have my what is it? My browser on mute, so I didn't even know I was playing that. Yeah. You love it. Yay. Welcome to Luna Affinity Readings, where we rock out and we so cringy. Chill vibes. Alternative. I don't know. I'm not a DJ. I don't fucking know. It's a kick-ass intro. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of like HGTV, like for when someone's like doing a tutorial, like a housework tutorial, and they're putting together like a table or something, and they're trying to demonstrate it. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's like home improvement vibes. So anyways, with that being said, hey Darylyn, everyone's loving the intro. They're like, I love it. This is so funny. All right, guys, so we're not doing a free list tonight, but we are hanging out for like 30 minutes roughly. Oh, I just saw 444 on the clock. But if you want to donate, go for it. We're only going to be accepting donations for like another 25 minutes. Otherwise, like I said, we're just hanging out. So you guys want to hear some other sounds that StreamYard does? Let me play some other music. Okay, so this is another option, which is kind of cool. Carolyn, you can go ahead and post. Because you first. I kind of like this one too. We'll do this one for shits and giggles. I wish they would give more options. They only have like 8. Jazz for 2. Perfect. All right, so Terralyn and Jazz, you can go ahead and post whenever you're ready. Hey, Terralyn, we're doing BOGO, right? Do you like this one? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Perfect. So I see your question that says, what has come? But I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say. Hey, Jazz, I have your first question. Thank you. Okay. If you guys haven't had a chance to yet, if you could take a quick second to like the live stream, I would really appreciate it. I know your comments were like making me laugh. I was like, man, she's really struggling over there. Oh, are you doing your nails right now? What has come into Michael's awareness when it comes to Terralyn? What has come into Michael's awareness? Is the music too loud, guys? Let me know. So he's saying things are looking up. This feels like it's an end of a difficult situation. Oh, you had them done. I got you. It has the end of a difficult situation. So I do feel like the feelings we had yesterday were fleeting, temporary, and it also indicates taking a trip. So I would be interested to see if you're gonna see him soon. Maybe he's made different plans. We have Ace of Water, which says falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, as well as connected spiritual growth and enhanced intuition between the two of you. He is, I feel like, making room in his life. It's talking about a new home. I don't think he's moving or anything because we're talking about an awareness when it comes to you, but I feel like he's making room in his home. Oh my God, we also have 2 of Cups. So yeah, yesterday he was definitely in just a bit of a funk. Hey Jazz, I have your second question as well. Thank you. It's talking about a positive resolution. So maybe he was just feeling a little bit bad for himself, having a bit of a pity party. But I remember when I said I feel like maybe it's not happening now, but soon after he will be strategizing and making plans and things like that. I think that is what he's doing. He's trying to look for positive solutions. In regards to what this awareness that he has with you, is that I feel he feels like you're the easier life. That's something I have mentioned to you before. The 6 of Swords here talks about going from like maybe chaos or turbulent waters to something more calm. So he feels like you're the peace in his future. We also have, again, Ace of Water and 2 of Water, which means that what has come into his awareness is the, I would say, strength of his feelings for you. Maybe even new additional feelings have come through as well. So maybe before it was like an interest and an attraction, and maybe now it's like a crush, for example. We also have that he is understanding that, or he's trying to find reasons for why things happen the way that they do. So I think he's trying to be more like, maybe this happened for a reason. Maybe I have more healing to do. Maybe I need to grow or evolve a little bit more than what I was at that point when we when we missed each other, when we weren't able to come together. So I do like this more positive mindset. Let's see. The thing is that I think he's also realizing, hey Ray, thank you for the donation. I'll be with you in just a second. I think he's also realizing that he may feel like he's fulfilling prophecies, like self-fulfilling prophecies. So he may have like kind of snapped out of it and realized that the only reason things are happening the way they are is because he believes that they're going to happen the way that they are. And so I do feel like with that, it means that he's kind of clicked back, or something has clicked within him to make him realize, like, if he wants something to change, then it can change as long as he believes that it will. What is coming to Michael's awareness when it comes to Terralyn? We also have King of Air, so he's looking like he wants to speak his mind to you with confidence. This is another indicator that he may be going to someone like an advisor. So I feel like he's still communicating or seeking counsel with someone else, someone that he trusts, someone he sees to be an authority figure, speaking his truth. So I think it helps when he can get these things off of his chest with you. So these things that he's thinking about, kind of like bounce ideas off of someone else. I have your second question, Terralyn. Thank you. And Ray, you can post whenever you're ready. He is actually a little bit more balanced now. This is something he is aware of, that he's not thinking so emotionally. I think he's thinking logically and with his emotions, but they're more in harmony. So it's not head over heart or heart over head. It's like he's thinking 50-50, if that makes sense. He's trying to make wise choices, but also keep in mind that he should be led by his own intuition. So things feel balanced, I guess. We have the Wheel and the Three of Fire together. What I'm getting is that he's feeling more lucky. Definitely feeling more lucky today. Things look very good. Having patience at this time and making long-term plans, a time for positive change, a situation suddenly moving forward, feeling like luck is on your side. What has come into Michael's awareness? So I have the Queen of Fire, which I'm assuming is representing you. The Queen of Fire is someone who turns heads. I feel like he describes you as the Queen of Fire a lot, or the Empress. So someone who may have many suitors or multiple people vying for your attention. Someone who's confident, inviting, and warm. Someone who's intelligent and graceful, but someone who can also be seen as independent and taking care of their own and doing their own thing. So I do believe that to a certain extent he has seen these things in you and felt this way about you, but it could also be heightened because we're specifically asking what's in his awareness or what's come into his awareness. And so I feel like this is how he's viewing you, as someone very radiant and glowing, and maybe, just maybe, you have multiple options. What has come into Michael's awareness? We have Page of Earth. Let me clarify this Page of Earth. I'm hearing start slow. Like, not Not because I feel like you guys, okay, let me backtrack. You guys have had kind of a slow beginning. So I don't mean start slow and continue to have more patience. But I mean, like, when you guys do come together, I feel like he's not going to want to rush into it. I think he's realizing that it's for the best for him to, like, take things one step at a time. Maybe date a couple of times or for a couple months before making things official. Really take the time to get to know one another before taking things to the next level. So when he offers this opportunity, he's still going to want to take things slow. So that's something he's aware of. I feel like he's also learning about you as well from a distance. So he might have learned something recently. The Page of Pentacles is kind of like a student that's learning, studying, discovering. And so that makes me feel like he's still trying to watch you or understand you or learn about you currently. Okay, Michael's feelings, please. Michael's feelings for Carolyn. Michael's feelings for Carolyn, please. How does he feel about her? Ray, I have your first question. Did you want a 10-card reading, Ray, on that? Carolyn, yes, absolutely. You wonder how he feels about you and your gifts? How does Michael feel about Carolyn? We have the Ace of Wands. Yes. Go ahead and send for a mini. And Ray, I got you for a 10 card. Carolyn's also going to send for a mini. Okay. Perfect. BOGO and mini. That's fine. We still have 10 more minutes for the donation. So in regards to how he feels for you, the Ace of Wands can indicate feeling excited, feeling passionate, that you've ignited something deep within them, that they could be feeling like borderline obsessed. Like this is almost getting like hardcore crush and like feeling almost like they're going a little bit crazy. They feel that you guys have a strong chemistry together. This is also like a very flirty and sexual and sensual type of card. So clearly there's an attraction. I've said that many times and it keeps coming through. I feel like he feels you are relationship material and he's excited for the potential here. Let's see. What are his feelings? Now the Ace of Wands is also like talks about newness. So again, like all those feelings that you get when you think about someone who you have like new feelings for, butterflies and things like that. It's definitely feeling like crushed to an extent. Sorry, I'm like still suffering a little bit from my sinus infection. It'll be going on for a while, I'm sure. I'm gonna put really quickly the donation list on the screen, okay guys? Just so you guys know where you are. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups, the Devil, and the Knight of Pentacles. I would almost use the term feeling in like with you. Do you know? Not in love, but like in like. I feel like they're very swept up and taken by you. They are coming through, cause like the Knight of Cups is like the dating phase, you know, or like the beginning of when you first start to develop feelings for someone. So it's kind of making me feel like they haven't like learned all the like dirt on you, you know, they don't know your quirks and your maybe what you would consider your faults, you know, they're showing this like idealistic version of you, or how they're thinking about you is like you're perfect, that nothing can go wrong, that you can do no wrong. That's kind of what they're thinking. The Devil. Why is the Devil here? We also have the Three of Cups. Would it be weird for them to see from the outside and feel like they're a part of the third party? I remember saying before that they could kind of feel like they're aware that there could be competition for your attention. But there's a general lust and sex appeal here with the Devil and the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So not to get too graphic, but I do feel like they could be self-completing to the thought of you as well. I feel like almost like you guys have like almost like an addictive thought process about each other. Like it goes kind of in cycles around and around and around. They are just highly attracted, sexually attracted to you, like in all the ways. How does Michael feel? Yeah. But he's a pretty stand-up guy. I have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, which means that no matter what his feelings are, he'll do the right thing. He'll be a gentleman, you know. And I think honestly too, even if he could have these feelings towards you, I don't know if he would be forward enough to act on them until you guys were very official, or even felt like you guys were in that place. But just because you want to do the right thing and take things slow doesn't mean that there's not an attraction there, because there clearly is. Michael's feelings towards Terralyn. It's like an excitable energy. The Fool talks about wanting to move forward with you without any baggage. I don't think he necessarily wants to have to fight for you or fight for your attention, but I think he would do it if he had to. The Five of Swords talks about winning at all costs, having the upper hand. So I think that he strategizes, but if he has to be dominant, he will be. How does Michael feel towards Terralyn? He's holding on tight. Four of Pentacles indicates that he's not ready to let this go. So that's what I've got for you for that one, Terralyn. Let me see. I think you said you donated for a mini as well. Sarah, let me add you to my list. James, yes, donations are still open. Sorry, I just saw that you typed yes. Donations are open for 5 more minutes. All right, so yes, so Tara Lynn, I'm ready for your mini question. James, that sounds perfect. You're welcome. All right, let me update the donation list for y'all. Sorry, it doesn't look as pretty as usual. I'm just trying to get it done quickly. So that was the question I wasn't sure about. What do you mean by that? Do you mean by like abilities, or do you mean did you give him something? I'm trying to clarify what, just so I understand the question. Gotcha. What does he think about your abilities? Got you. Okay, let's take a look here. Hello. Oh my goodness, we have a jump in viewers. Hi there, everybody. If you're new to me tonight, let me know to claim your free reading. If you've been here before, our free list is, well, technically closed. I didn't do a free list tonight. But if you're just popping by, if you could give my video a like, I would really appreciate that. And for the rest of you guys, my donation list is currently open, but it is going to close very, very soon, maybe within the next like 3 minutes. So if you do plan on donating, make sure you get that done. What does he think about the gifts that she has? The abilities, please. What does he think about the abilities? Ooh, so he feels like your intuition is dead on. I have the moon here, but something that I instantly picked up on is that he feels very naked around you. Like, he feels like, what is this message? It's almost like he feels like you can see right through him. And it feels like he can't wear a mask, or he can't pretend to be something that he's not. So that's something that kind of strikes him, that he has to be real with you, and that he can't really lie, because you're gonna just, like, underlyingly, like, you're just gonna know whether he's being honest or what he's thinking. What does he think about this? I think that he feels that what you have has been sent hereditarily, like ancestrally. He thinks that you've gotten it from your heritage, you've gotten it from people, like, passed down. Because, as you know, everybody has abilities, right? Everybody has access to these, but some are stronger than others, some are more inherently more accessible, and sometimes you have to work on them. But yours just naturally open. So he feels like maybe it was passed down to you, and so you've never really been too closed off to these abilities. And so he's kind of seeing it as like something passing on to you or down to you, because I have the Hierophant, which talks about family and traditions and things that we carry on within the family. He feels like it would it seems to be he's thinking how nice it is because or how nice it must be because he feels like if you have this ability that it would just make your life easier, but I don't think he really realizes that. I don't think it makes anyone's life easier. I think for him, he thinks it's easy for you to make choices. It's easy for you to make decisions. He thinks that you feel very confident when you decide something because you choose it with your gut, you choose it with your inner knowing, and he feels like that would be nice. Again, this is his perspective from the outside. You could feel differently, but he's feeling like this would make his life easier because he wouldn't second guess himself so much, and that he does see the power that you have, the power that you wield. The magician is here. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. So he feels it's kind of like a compass, an innate compass that you've used to get through life. The Queen of Pentacles is the wife, the mother, the person who makes money, but also is a caregiver and caretaker. And, you're able to do it all. And he's viewing that as kind of magical, I would say. The magician here, it just kind of gives this like whimsy to someone's appearance or to someone's demeanor. Um, it's kind of mysterious, we have the moon here, so it can kind of make you feel a little bit hard. Maybe it's harder for him to read you, possibly. You said that they did. That's cute. I feel like mine did too. But it's hard to say because I think that it was outside of, he was either generations before my grandparents and parents, or it's like within certain family members, but not all of them. Like it's hard for me to know, but I'm glad that you know. So that's very cool. All right, so next up we have Jasmine. It was tough in the beginning. Yeah, I can imagine. Everyone's journey is a little bit different, but I think that sometimes we go through a lot of similar things, so when it comes to that. You're welcome, girl. Hey, Jazz. Thanks for checking in. So you want to know Sagittarius nay feelings. Let's take a look. After Jazz, we have Ray, and then we have Sarah. So all lists are closed, guys. If anyone is in here right now that would like to donate, I will honor that. Anyone that's donated already and is waiting for their turn, if you want to add to your reading, I will honor that. But outside of that, all lists are closed. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Will you hit a like for me? All right, so our Sagittarius is feeling. Oh, shoot. Sagittarius name. Sagittarius name. Where's Sagittarius? It seems like they're wanting to keep it under wraps. Like I feel like they're not really wanting to talk about it. The moon is here, and so that indicates things that we keep hidden or deep down or subconscious, things that we don't want to admit or talk about. But the very next card out, and it's tried to come out twice and it finally did, is the Ten of Water. So the Ten of Water is the Ten of Cups, and it talks about feeling like this, like you could be their person, or that maybe you're one of their favorite people. It can be romantic in nature, but I don't want to confirm that just yet until I like pull more cards. They feel like they trust you. I do feel like either they're perceiving you to be happier single, or they're happier single. Like they're either viewing you as someone who's like likes to do their own thing, and so they're not really sure what to do here, or maybe you're feeling that way about them. But it's like it's either them that feels it about themselves, that they like to be single, or they perceive you to be that way. So that kind of tells me that maybe they're not ready for a commitment. They like to spend time alone, doing their own thing. So yeah, so I don't know if this is a friendship or not, but it is showing that they feel like they can trust you. That keeps coming through. I feel like they're still learning about you. I have the Page of Earth, which, as I mentioned before, is like a student or studying or in discovery mode. So they could be doing intel or like trying to figure you out more or find more out about you, but they feel like you're overall a very good person. The Knight of Fire here is kind of like, I guess modern day we'd say fuckboy energy, but when I was growing up we'd say player. So Knight of Fire is kind of like where you have a you're like wanting something out of someone. You're wanting to use them for something. Usually that use them for sex is usually what it is, but it's like they're looking at you as like someone who can fulfill a desire for them. Oh, I got you. Oh, you slept together. Okay. What are Sagittarius Nay feelings? So I feel like they want to keep this kind of lighthearted. You know, I think that they think highly of you. I will say that, but it does feel like more like just being lovers. I have the Lovers here with the Knight of Fire, and the Nine of Earth is really giving like hookups only. And I have the Three of Air here, so to some extent either you're disappointing them or they're disappointing you. But I think because you're a little bit out of the loop here, I think they're disappointing you, and they realize that they are disappointing you. So I think that they just kind of want to keep it at that. At least that's what I'm getting right now. Let's take a look at your second question. Yeah, if you're looking for something more consistent, that's going to be difficult for you with that situation. I would kind of pull back if you're looking for something more substantial. I'm getting yes and no. I have the Seven of Water, which is a maybe. Are we leaning towards a yes or a no? This is a complex like situation. A complex situation means like it's not a simple yes or no answer. That there's more involved here. Let's see. Are they attracted to jazz? Are they attracted to jazz? Are they attracted to jazz? I feel like that's weird. You got the Two of Cups, the Four of Water, and then the Ten of Swords. I feel like they do have an attraction for you, but I feel like they can't do anything about it. This feels like a complex situation. Like it doesn't feel like something something easy. So when you say like me more than a friend, there is an attraction, but they feel like it's got to stop before it even starts. Like I feel like they feel restricted. They feel uh, defeated or disappointed here in regards to you, and they're basically saying like it's not just a simple yes or no. This feels like a very like it's complicated. High Priestess card, Spirit is saying listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully before acting. So they're thinking a lot about this. Seven of Cups has to do with like a thought process. What are your choices? What are your options? And High Priestess indicates thinking before you're acting. You know what they say, like think before you do, think before you act. That's what they're doing. We have the Ace of Water here, so I will say I am like leaning way more confidently now that there is chemistry here. the Ace of Water indicates new feelings coming up for you. But wanting to be with you more than a friend is complicated, but liking you more than a friend is a yes. I know. So, Jazz, I hope that helped you a little bit. It seems like with both of those options, it's not giving the eagerness that I would like as far as developing something further with someone. It's not fully giving me the energy that I like to pick up on, but it will be her and I first time meeting in person tomorrow. Ah, I see. Yeah, you're welcome. So maybe she just has to feel the situation out a little bit more, you know? So, Ray, hello. If you are here, please check in with me. If you are not, I will timestamp your reading. We're going to give Ray another minute or so, and then we're going to get started. We'll timestamp. After Ray, I have Sarah. Sarah, if you're here, if you want to check in with me. And then James after that. After James, we're done for the night. James, you always seem to be like my nightcap, you know? You always seem to be like my final reading of the night, it seems, the last couple of times. That's what happened. All right, so I don't think Ray is in the room. I am going to go ahead and timestamp for Ray. It came up in the last mini reading. This couple was keeping tabs on me. Can we find out why they are worried about me? So what I'd like to do is separate it out. So this is a 10-card reading. So we're going to do the one person on the left and then the other person on the right to see if it's similar or to see if they're in it or keeping tabs for different reasons. I feel like that will help. All right, so let's do person 1. Masculine energy. Why are they worried about Ray? Okay, we have the star and balance out together. So straight away, those are both major arcana cards. And that makes me feel like this person is viewing you like as a significant part of their life. Like you have great meaning to them, and that they feel that there's a greater purpose that they have known you, or that you've been, introduced to into their experience. I have the 10 of water, which talks about a contented and rewarding life. Maybe even family, feeling like your emotional needs are met. So if he is in a relationship with this other person, I don't know why. When Brennan, my fiance, said something about a third, like looking for a third, I almost am getting that. I almost feel, but I don't necessarily know if it's in the traditional sense of looking for a third. I feel like it's more like he feels like he's either getting his emotional or physical needs met by his partner, and he's only getting one, not both, and he feels like you can fulfill the other. So he feels like he's getting sexually fulfilled by her and not emotionally, or he's feeling he's getting emotionally fulfilled but not physically, and so he's looking for you to meet those needs, is what I'm getting. So but he feels like there's like a higher purpose or a greater purpose that you are in his life. Let's see. He seems to kind of be going back and forth though, because he's coming through as the Knight of Earth. Like he's trying to stay dedicated, he's trying to stay committed and be honorable, but you keep coming through. Page of Fire. So this talks about shaking things up, marching to the beat of your own drum. Maybe he's trying to introduce the idea to this person that he's involved with. He's trying to see if maybe shake up their life or spice up their life, and feels like you would be good for it. But overall, I feel like he's looking to connect with you in a way that I don't think he's been able to or hasn't had access to you. He has a lot of hope in this, but I don't think he really knows how to go about, I don't know, achieving this. I almost feel like you're the ghost in the relationship or something. Okay, so person on the right, feminine energy, why is she worried? Why is she keeping tabs? Why is she keeping tabs? I feel almost like there's a sense of jealousy. She either feels like you're the only hope to save her relationship, or she's worried about you interfering. And I know that those are completely opposite of each other, but I am having trouble like pinpointing specific details, because I have here independence and generosity, but then I also see poverty. So I feel like she feels like she's lacking in some way, and either wondering if you're giving to him something that he's not getting from her, or she's looking to have you come into their life to be to maybe help the situation. So I feel like she's keeping tabs either to figure out if she wants to bring you in or figure out if you're disturbing the peace. It's hard for me to say, because again, I just can read the cards at face value and give what I'm feeling. But regardless, you feel, hey, Ray, so I started this 5 minutes ago, so you might want to scroll back. Pretty much wrapping up your reading right now. Yeah, so if he's still harboring feelings, I mean, who's to really say? Who's to really say? Like, if he's still harboring feelings, like, someone's gonna know. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. So anyways, you probably missed like the first half because you came in a little late. So if you want to scroll to the beginning, you can. You can even scroll to the beginning and like playback speed high if you wanted to, like playback 2 times or something. That way you can get through it quicker. But yeah, I mean, I know to you that's like hard to believe and it's hard to make sense of this. Like I completely understand that. But that doesn't mean that it's not possible. So keep an open mind when it comes to the things that I'm saying to you. Okay, yes, you can donate. Go ahead. What I did, Ray, is I split your reading like half and half. Like I did him and then I did her. That sounds good, Kay. You're welcome. It's just the way that you came in with the please and the question mark and the laughing emojis. Like, I was like, okay, of course, I'll do it. Hey, it's my channel, right? I can do whatever I want. I can't see her wanting me to be a third, and I'll be damned if I allow it. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's the other part is you kind of have to go with your intuition. Like I can only fill in the blanks with so much or give you a certain amount of insight possible, but I can't usually, hits are gonna come, messages are gonna come in, and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, here's some information for you. But a lot of the times, like I'm not going to know everything, or I'm going to pick up a certain indication of what something can mean, and then you kind of have to pick and choose what feels right. What's realistic for your situation. But yeah, so I mean, it's very possible that if you intuitively feel she wouldn't want it, it could just be what I said in regards to feeling like you're a ghost in their relationship and she's feeling a little jealous, wondering if he's got feelings for you, if he's giving energy or effort in your direction. So yeah, you'll have to decide for yourself on that one. All right, so next up we have Sarah. And I don't even know if Sarah even came in. I feel like she donated, and then that was it. Sarah, are you in here? I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle for Sarah, and then we'll timestamp. Sarah, yay! Thank you for checking in. I'm shuffling for you right now. Is it okay if I say your person's name, or do you want me to say their initial, or do you not want me to say their name at all? Got it. Love rating on J and S, please. Love rating on J and S. Okay, so this looks like you guys are at a distance or even in no communication from what I'm getting. If you guys are in communication, I'm getting it's not lovey-dovey. It's feeling a little at odds with one another. I wouldn't say like hostile or violent or anything like that, but I would say it's like at odds. So that's what's making me feel like you guys aren't really communicating with each other. Okay. So you give me clarification on this card, please. All right. So I feel like he's holding his own here in regards to his feelings. He feels like you guys are at maybe a little bit of a standoff, right? He's standing his ground, you're standing your ground. It's feeling a little conflicting. What I do want to make clear is that even though you guys aren't like on the same page right now, it's still fiery. It's still wands. I'm getting a clarifying King of Fire. And so here's the thing, you know how when people like they say there's a fine line between love and hate, and I don't know why this expression is coming through. It's like because you could literally, if you can't hate someone unless you have feelings for them, and you can't love someone unless you have feelings for them. And if there is frustration, if there is still like if he's still disturbing your spirit, or if you're still disturbing his spirit, that means that there's still feelings and there's still passion and there's still something, you know what I mean? And so like that's what I'm getting here, is that even though 5 of Wands indicates some type of struggle or conflict, that's how he's feeling, it's like there's still this like craving for one another and this desire and this, you know, there's still these feelings and they're hot and they're burning, and you know they might burn you from time to time, but they're still there. Like someone can't bother your soul if you don't have an opinion and feelings about that person. So that's my little silver lining. Their true intentions are, their plan is to keep quiet. I have the High Priestess. So this can talk about kind of like feeling a situation out, maybe not trying to make any moves, maybe let you come to them. I don't really know, but like they're keeping quiet is generally what I'm getting. I get that you just want this stressful or silent, I mean, and when I say or, I mean and or. Like you're wanting this space that you guys are in to be done, to be over. The Ten of Wands is like feeling. It talks about feeling burnt out. It talks about feeling like weighed down or heavy. Like this is really weighing on you. or you're just like really not feeling comfortable in there's a level of discomfort in what you guys are experiencing right now, and just generally wanting that to come to an end. The Ten of Wands means endings. In regards to what they want, we have the Six of Wands. This is generally a very good card as far as like what someone feels or what someone wants, but it is coming through a little bit like me, because the Six of Wands is technically an ego boost. The Six of Wands is where he is feeling celebrated and he's feeling flattered and he's feeling complimented. And it's kind of like a more selfish type of thought process when it comes to what someone wants. Now, if this was like an indication in another reading where it was like, what do people think of you? Then I would say, yeah, people love you. People feel like they're celebrating you. Six of Wands is where you're feeling recognized and acknowledged and rewarded and things like that. So that could be perceived as a positive thing. But when it's in regards to what someone wants, it is making me feel like he wants you to kind of want him. He wants you to celebrate him. He wants you to, acknowledge him and recognize him. He wants you to think positively about him. It's kind of like a more self-focused type of what he wants. And it's like he wants you to admire him, he wants you to be attracted to him, you know what I mean? But it's like it's not balanced, it's not equal. So after that we have what brings you together and what pulls you apart. So generally, I am getting that what brings you together is just you guys miss each other. You miss each other's energy. You miss each other's company. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. Thank you for that break. I thought I was gonna die. Not literally, but yeah, I was choking. So I feel like you guys just really come together when you're missing one another, when you're feeling distant so long or so much, where you just crave one another's touch or crave one another's company, and that brings you back together. As far as what pulls you apart, I have the Magician. So what pulls you apart is blocking one another, maybe literally blocking one another, but just blocking each other's energy in general, not learning from past mistakes. It doesn't serve either of you to just give in to one another. You have to stand your ground a little bit. There needs to be balance. That can be a weakness when one person's giving more than the other person. And overall feeling, I know that frustration is more of a result of an action or an inaction. However, frustration, the general negativity that you harbor due to the frustration or due to the doubts or due to, even if you get angry with him, it's a result of what has happened. but those negative feelings can actually create like a shield, or like a wall between the two of you that can be perceived as a weakness or what pulls you guys apart from one another. The energy around the relationship. Let's see. We have 3 of Wands. So you, Sarah, are gaining more confidence when it comes to this person. I think you're realizing your self-worth. I feel like every disappointment is leading towards your liberation, leading towards your freedom to, I don't know, I think sometimes, and it's like I'm picking up like you're not a desperate person, but I feel like sometimes this person can drive you literally so crazy that you feel like you're going nuts. And I feel like you can almost change who you are. And so I feel like if there's disappointment, it's making me feel like I'm kind of getting like the last straw, like that feeling of this is done now. Like I can't keep doing this to myself. So it's like there is a self-esteem or a self-confidence that is growing within you every time. And I don't want that to create a hardness in you. But I do feel like it's almost liberating you in some sense. I hope that makes sense to you. But this is like the general energy that I feel is that you are like, you know what? I don't think you're out of my system yet, but every time you let me down, I'm letting you go more and more. What is hidden? What is hidden? So what you don't realize is that things are changing here. The more confidence and self-esteem that you have, Sarah, that you build, the more their tables have turned. So if you can keep heading in that forward direction, I have the Chariot. If you can keep heading in that direction of recognizing and displaying your value and basically saying, there's a bar that I have, and if you don't meet my expectations, then goodbye. So what's happening is that energy that's coming out, you're pulling away more and more from this person. And I feel like that means that they're now going to start kind of heading in your direction. So you kind of have gone from being the chaser to the one being chased, if that makes sense. It hasn't a fully transitioned yet, but the tables are turning. So you control how this goes. So I would say continue on with the direction of being more focused on yourself. Focus on yourself. Be selfish the way that he has been sometimes. Be selfish, and you will see him start to chase after you as well. So yeah, tables are turning, and that's what you don't know, is that he's now becoming more the chaser. So as far as will the relationship be successful, the way that I'm getting it right now is no. It's almost like I'm getting like courtroom jargon or whatever, but it's like the lack of evidence, the lack of substantial evidence is making it hard to make a determination. Like I feel like I'm getting a most likely not. Most likely not is not going to work. It's not going to be successful. I have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, which number one, this is the energy of independence. This is the energy of being single. Makes a lot of sense. Wow, good. I'm glad. That makes me happy to hear that. Thank you for the feedback. But the 9 of Pentacles in reverse can talk about like mistrust or shadiness or like just looking out for number one, looking out for yourself, having investments in things that only benefit you. So I feel like this energy here isn't generally the best for a successful relationship. But again, this is a check-in. This isn't fact. This isn't set in stone. But I am getting a leaning towards a no right now. So that is what I have for you, Sarah. Next up, we have James. James, if you are here, if you can please check in. James, awesome. Okay, so you said you're doing a love and a mini. So are we doing the 6-card love spread on the person that you normally ask about? Yes. Now, James, do you like the standard set of questions, like the traditional spread that I normally do for you? Or would you like me to look for a different 6-card spread to switch it up a little bit? Let me know. So Sarah, thank you so much for your donation. I hope that the reading benefited you. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Okay. Okay, I am shuffling now for you. 6-card love spread for James and Patty J, please. 6-card love spread. James and Patty J. James and Patty J. Ooh, okay. So the underlying energy is 10 of Cups, which we really like to see. That just means kind of what's going around you guys, what the themes are around you guys right now. So happiness, joy. I mean, the card depicts a rainbow and all your cups are filled. So fulfillment and meaning, and maybe even like the consideration of like a long-term romance relationship. It also talks about feeling happy, like in bliss together with one another, in each other's company. We have the Ten of Cups, which also indicates children as well. And I know sometimes you ask about that, so I did want to let you know what I'm seeing. It's showing that you guys care about one another. So that's the underlying energy for you guys. As far as your feelings, I have the Four of Wands. So I do feel like you're ready for things to get going with her. You're ready for something, a new start, something to embark on that's brand new, getting to a point or going a distance that you haven't gone before. You know, you're seeing the excitement of the potential, and you're ready to like just get things going. You're ready to take the next step. In regards to her, she's also considering this, not in such a strong romantic relationship sense. You know, you have the Four of Wands, she has Grace. She's not quite there, not quite where you are, but she's getting there, and she is thinking about your future, the future of your connection as well. She's planning for things, she's considering things. Maybe she feels like she's starting to feel a little bit ready, you know, herself. The Three of Wands talks about, you know, starting to kind of get out there. You know, if we were talking about like okay, so like a kid who just graduated, right? So like when he just turns 18, he's thinking about moving out. That's Two of Wands. But like Three of Wands is actually looking for roommates online or literally moving out, right? So it's an action that we're taking to prepare ourselves for the future or for the next step. So that's kind of where her mindset is she's in that preparation phase where she's like putting actual action and intention behind it, but hasn't actually like jumped yet, hasn't actually moved out, hasn't actually gotten there. So she's not as far along with you or as you, but she's getting there. She's right behind you is kind of what I'm picking up. As far as your intentions, I feel like your intentions are pure. You are motivated by your love for her and the comfort that she provides. And you feel that this connection is a good idea, is what I'm getting. You have emotional connection to her as well, and you're wanting to do something about it. Her intentions here with the Nine of Wands is that she's ready for this to start coming to an end. I think she feels that your relationship and your connection has been tested, and it's being put to the test. The commitment's being tested. The Nine of Wands talks about resilience. It talks about someone going through a lot with you, or having, you know, history with one another, and really feeling like, you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. The Nine of Wands is, you know, a little bit guarded, a little bit cautious, but it's the last lap, you know. So she's feeling a little bit more hopeful, I would say. You guys have a really great strength in not giving up. The persistence, the perseverance, the seeing through challenges is a strength of yours. Not letting little things get in the way of this connection long term. Maybe they create an obstacle temporarily, but you don't give up. You don't let it go. You don't stop trying. And that's a strength. You do have a weakness in stabilizing the connection. The Emperor is here, and so it does make it a little bit difficult for you, which I feel like this is kind of just like obvious. Like James, you're probably like, duh, that's a weakness of ours. But it's stabilizing the connection. But I do feel positive that you're getting there, especially with the underlying energy of the Ten of Cups. That makes me feel really good. Oh my God. And underneath the Ten of Cups, we have the Lovers. So all good things. Let me know if you have any questions in regards to that. I changed it up a little bit. I did your feelings and her feelings, but then I added in your intentions and her intentions. So let me know if you liked that addition. that switch up. And then we'll go ahead and move on to your mini reading as well. So you can post that question whenever you're ready. Oh, it was so accurate. That makes me so happy. I love it. How will things go between Patty and James the next time they see each other? First out is the King of Pentacles. Ooh, the way you're coming across to her, and James, by the way, I've got to say, I connect with you so strongly, with you and your person, and I feel like I've got a lot of messages going on right now, but I feel like when I read for you, James, it's like almost emotional for me because I feel like so connected, so divinely connected. And like a couple of times I read for you, I was like, whoa, like I'm getting such insight. Like I'm sometimes reading for you and I'm not even looking at the cards. And I wonder if it's your energy work that is making me feel like there's such a clear channel. And I don't know for sure, but I just want you to know that sometimes with the people I read for, sometimes I just feel like I'm really in tune. And I don't know what it is about you, but I just wanted to throw that out there because like I've read for you a couple times and I feel it every time. But in regards to the King of Pentacles here, she's viewing you like she's so impressed by you. The King of Pentacles energy is like, this is a man. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how she's viewing you. She's like, this is what a real man is made of. And it's like getting her all tingly and excited. And she's looking at you extremely mature. You know, she's like, this is not a boy. This is not a child. This is someone who knows what he wants, who's going after what he wants. And it's just making her feel almost like very much in her feminine because you're taking over in that masculine energy and able to like be the dominant one, make the decisions, like, and she's just kind of gets to sit back and enjoy the ride. And she's really digging this. Like she really likes this. So if you feel inclined to say, let's go do this, or let me pay for this, or or I'll take care of it, like whatever you're feeling, I feel like the more authority you can assert, it's definitely going to be like an attraction for her. I feel such strong love for her, like an intense soulmate connection. That's why I talk about things like having children, because I see her as the mother of my child and I really only have eyes for her. So sweet. That is the sweetest thing ever. It almost sounds like vows, almost like you've already vowed yourself to her. So, sorry about my voice, but I have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like there could be some kind of affection that you guys will display to one another, but it feels physical. So it could be as simple as like holding hands or giving each other a hug or kissing each other or going the distance. But I feel like you almost feel impulse to reach out and touch her or move hair out of her face, or you just feel like this it's just so organic and natural for you to reach out. So I feel like there is some type of physical touch and affection that is displayed or gestured here the next time you guys see one another. Yeah. Let's see. I think that this is going to help you see each other's point of view as well, because maybe at the beginning you keep it lighthearted, but I feel like seeing one another in person is going to kind of help fill in the fill in the blanks, um, and kind of help you guys catch up with each other and see the other person's perspective and see the other person's side. And I feel like that's going to make you guys feel a lot more connected to one another, and that we may still contract together to be lovers in this life and have children together. And maybe that's why I feel so connected to your readings. Like the messages come in so easily and clearly for me because of just the love, you know what I mean? Just the love that you feel for this person and the like psychic bond that you guys share. Okay, so I am seeing though that you are going to try to hold back a bit though during this encounter. So what is he holding back in? What is he holding back in? What is he holding back? Maybe you don't fully express your feelings. I have the heart chakra here, so maybe you don't fully come out and just lay it all out on the table. But I do feel like this meetup, this encounter, this interaction is going to help you guys understanding one another a little bit more. We have Scorpio energy here, so some things will be unearthed, but I wouldn't say you put all your cards out on the table. The fact that you feel that is amazing. That shows me how in tune you are. I think you're right though. The energy work I do, I think, plays a role in it, and I do send so much love to her through the universe. That is so sweet. She must feel so good all of the time. She must just feel like, you know, so much better all the time. Because can you imagine if someone was just sending so much love to you, what that would feel like intentionally, not just like every once in a while, but like intentionally sending that to you, how good you must feel all the time. So James, that is what I have for you. If you have any other questions, let me know. I am going to move on to Kay. Kay, if you're here, if you can please check in. Thank you, James. Thank you for your patience, waiting for your turn as always. And thank you for your donation as well. It's a pleasure reading for you. I really mean that when I say that. You're welcome. Absolutely. All right, so we are working on our last reading of the night. Okay, if you are here, if you can please say hello for me. I don't have your questions. Can't remember who you want your messages from, so if you don't show up, if you didn't leave your question with me, I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow. But I hope that you show up. All right, is Kay here? Hey Kay, hey girl. Thank you for checking in. Do me a favor and let me know who you want your messages from and what is your yes or no question. Oh, you fell asleep. Oh my gosh. Well, just know, Kay, that you can always leave your questions with me and I will save them. And if for whatever reason that happens, you will still be able to come back and get your reading. I'll timestamp it for you. So, like, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to listen to it, you can. But if that happens and you didn't leave your questions with me and I wait, a decent amount of time and you're not here and I can't answer your questions, I don't do refunds. So you would have to wait until the next time that I go live. It's in my disclaimer, but I'm here pretty much every day. So usually you don't have to wait that long. But just a little tip for you, just to leave your questions with me just in case. Okay, so first question, messages from Nick, and is Nick thinking? Okay, let's take a look here. Let's get your yes or no going here. Spirit, is Nick thinking about Kay, please? Is Nick thinking about Kay? Is Nick thinking about Kay? Nick thinking about Kay? I'm not really that tired, to be honest, but I have been suffering from a sinus infection. And when I say suffering, I've been totally fine like the last 2 or 3 days, but you're still congested and stuff. So my voice is hoarse. I've got a really dry, scratchy, itchy throat from allergies. And not only that, but we did a lot of yard work outside today too. So I think it's just a combination. So don't worry about me. I'm okay, but I think my voice has just had it. All right, is Nick thinking about Kay? Okay, so Kay, I am getting 3 no/4 no's. I don't think that he's thinking about you. Let's see, has he thought about her? I will say within the last 3 days. Has he thought about her within the last 3 days? I am getting another no. So I don't feel like you're necessarily on his mind. You're not on the forefront of his mind right now. I have the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and I believe 5 of Swords. It was either 5 of Swords or 7 of Swords. So, it was 7 of Swords. That's what it was. So, every single card is a no. So I would say he hasn't thought of you recently, at least within the last 3 days. And you're just not in the forefront main focus of his mind right now. He is not doing well mentally. The 9 of Swords talks about fear and nightmares and insomnia, trouble sleeping. Lexi! Oh no, girl. No. I've been telling people that I've been telling people to join my Telegram so that way they can get notifications whenever I go live. It comes to your phone like a text message and it's completely free. But if you click into that link that I just posted, you'll see where it says get notified when I go live on any platform. I highly recommend it. He said, oh, I know you're so exhausted and yes, feel better. Thank you, Kay. Good for him. Don't feel bad. Okay. Lexi, God dang it. I'm sorry, girl. Yeah, definitely join in. It's fun, it's free. And literally every single time I go live, I'm posting in there. I think that I've forgotten like twice. So I'm always posting it. Yeah, definitely check it out. And also, you can start a new text thread with me in Telegram as well. So, like, if you want to ask me, like, earlier that day, like, hey, do you think you'll be going live today? Or something like that. Or if you're like, hey, do you do personal readings? Or if you look at general, like, tarot question for me or something like that, you can always send me messages in there as well. All right, so let's check in here. Channel messages from Nick. Channel message from Nick, please. Messages from Nick today. Messages from Nick today. Messages from Nick today. I can't be what you need right now. I feel like we fight a lot. I need to remain practical. It's complicated. I'm still hurting from the past. I am trying to heal, even if you don't know it. There's so much I'll tell you when it's the right time. I'm keeping you at a distance because I am not ready for such a deeply spiritual connection. I feel lost right now. Blocking my emotions makes things easier. And at the bottom of the deck, I have you became an obsession for me, so I had to withdraw. And Kay, as usual, I pulled extra messages for you. All right, guys, so that is a wrap on my night. I will be back tomorrow. We will be doing spicy readings because you know it's Friday and that's what we do on Fridays. Spicy, spicy, spicy. I literally almost forgot what I was trying to say. I hope you'll have a great rest of your night. Hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow. I will be here. Hopefully you will be too. Adios, muchachos. You're welcome, Kay. Have a good night, hon.